Hello and welcome to another online concept video of Dissect Edu Solutions. This video is on angles. If you have not already seen the DIY activity for angles, then I suggest that you should go and see that activity first before you come and understand this concept here. So what are angles? We've all learned that angles is a way to measure the difference in direction between two lines. So if there are two intersecting lines, then how much is the difference in their direction we measure using angles. There is another way to look at it. If you have a line and then you turn that line, then you can measure how much is the turn of that line using degrees and angles. So that's what angles are, measuring the turn, right? So let's see what we already know about angles. We have already seen there are four types of angles. The first one is acute angle, which means that the angle is less than 90 degrees. The second one is a right angle, where the measure of the angle is exactly 90 degrees. Third angle is obtuse angle, where the measure of the angle is more than 90 degrees. And the fourth angle is a straight angle, which means that the measure of the angle is full 180 degrees. We have focused more or less on these type of angles till now. Now, there are some more type of angles. If you just imagine a little bit, we are simply changing the direction bit by bit. So in the acute angle, we change the direction by so much. In right angle, we change by a little more. In obtuse angle, we change the direction by a little more. In straight angle, the direction has changed to exactly opposite. Now, if we just extend the logic, then there could be an angle which is more than straight angle, right? So there it is. It is called a reflex angle, where the angle is more than 180 degrees. And now if you extend it a bit more, then if you can come up a full circle around, and where the angle, the measure of the angle is full 360 degrees. Now you might try and think about why these angles are required. You already have an idea about these three angles or this fourth angle if you consider that straight angle also you knew. But why do we need all these new types of angles? So let us see one practical application of why we need all angles. Imagine you are on a ship and you are right in the middle of water. No land is visible to you. You are talking to some other ships. You are the captain of the ship. You are talking to some other ships, and you are coordinating with some land base. You want to tell them or communicate with them in which direction you are going to move, okay? Because there are so many ships at the sea and so many different land bases you need to communicate with. You need to have a very specific, accurate way of communication. So what you could do, let's say if you don't know about reflex angles and full angle, circle. So what do? You can do this. You can actually mark the angles on left side from 0 to 180 and on right side from 0 to 180 with respect to your ship. And you can always communicate with them saying that, okay, I'm going to turn my ship 22 degrees to the left, or 22 degrees to the right, or 45 degrees to the right. That can always be done, but that leaves a possibility of confusion. Who's left? Who's right? Who decides that? So what we do is, we use directions first. So you have north, east, south, and west directions. You already know it. You add 8 more directions. So northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest. All these directions you already know. What you can do is you can also add a little bit more, another 8 directions. So in all you have a total of 16 directions? Yeah. So total of 16 directions you can do, and you can call out saying that, okay, I'm going to move in north-northwest. But then the problem is you can be moving in this direction, and still you have to tell that you are going to move north northwest, or you could be moving in this direction and still you have to tell that you have to move in north northwest. You can obviously add more directions, but then it becomes very confusing, right? Instead, if we use this particular angle, and instead of doing a left side negative angles, if we continue counting on the right side also. So that's what they have done here. They continue counting, and by the time they come back, it is 360 degrees. So now look at how simple the communication for a ship becomes. Let's say a ship communicates to you that they are going to move to 340 degrees with respect to north. They are going to move in a direction that is 340 degrees with respect to north. So where will they be moving? This is our north. And if you count, 340 degrees will come somewhere around here. So everybody will understand that when we are talking about the ship is going to move in this direction. Yeah, 340 degrees with respect to north. And this is the actual application of using all the angles up to full circle, right? So this is how they use it in ship navigations. It is called bearing. Now there are advanced levels of bearings, bearings with respect to ship and bearings with respect to direction. You don't need to worry about that, but you just understand that when we talk about angles, we need to know all these angles that we talked about: acute, right angle, obtuse, straight angle, reflex angle, and a full circle, full angle. We need to know about them because there are real life applications of these angles. This is a typo here. This should be 360 degrees, but excuse us for that. Understood the video, you understood what the angles are and what the application of these angles are. If you have not understood any part, do feel free to go back and listen to it again. Hope you understood. Thank you.
All the materials used in this activity are available in DBox along with other learning and teaching aids. For more information on DBox for home use, school program and CSR program, visit the link given in the description of this video. If you found this video helpful, then please hit that like button and share it with your friends. And if you have still not subscribed to our channel, then do subscribe and click on the bell icon to get all updates. We hope to see you in our next video. Happy learning!